Hi folks, and welcome back to Old School Studios. In the last week or so, I keep forgetting to bring my camera in. I work half a day and I've been a little preoccupied with what's going on with the elections in America. How they're stealing this from the Republicans and Donald Trump. And let me give you an example. I caught wind through a video that there is an ex-CIA agent. His name is Steve Pieznik, P-I-E-C-Z-N-I-C, C-Z-E-N-I-C, Steve Pieznik. And he says that Donald Trump knew that the Democrats were up to no good with this mass mail-out ballots, unsolicited ballots. Excuse me. And what he had done was he put secret watermarks on the ballots. He put encrypted watermarks that cannot be seen with the naked eye. And while the ballots were being counted, and Donald Trump had a incredible lead over Biden when we all were ready to go to sleep on election night, November 3rd, our election day. We have a election day, not an election month or year. He dropped the ball on the Democrats that the paper that the ballots were printed on was watermarked. And all of a sudden, all of the media said that the votes had stopped being counted. So this is like a situation where you're the security guy at a store and you see somebody stealing and they're loading up their purse or they're loading up their jacket with T-bone steaks, and you don't go running up to them and accuse them of stealing. What you do is you let them continue stealing, walk out the door with your product, and then they're accused of stealing. You have to let the crime be committed if you're setting up a sting operation. So, while the votes were all being counted, well after the 8 p.m. deadline, Donald Trump drops a bombshell on these people and says, "Hey, I have watermarks on the ballots, so go ahead, keep counting the ballots." And what do the Democrats and the media do? They stop counting ballots. Whoa, we got a water leak. Whoa, you can't watch us count these ballots. Whoa, putting cardboard up and wood in the windows and kicking all the Republican observers out of the building, making them stand 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, 30 feet, 60 feet, sometimes across the street. Well, let me tell you something, people. We're a fucking country of rules and laws. And there's election rules and laws that were in the books. And your city council does not just be able to change the votes. It has to be done through the state legislature. And it wasn't. So apparently these damn Democrats went around the country I heard some cases say up to 200 different 200 different courtrooms they went in to try to change the election laws just days and weeks ahead of this year's election. So I go take this video that I seen that my mother showed me one morning, and by noon I was showing my guy at work and the video was removed. So I came home and I found that video again on YouTube. The Steve Pieznik, P-I-E-C-Z-E-N-I-C, Pieznik. And he's doing an interview with a gentleman from InfoWars, not Alex Jones, someone else. I'd seen him before, I didn't know his name. I take this video and I record it with my camera off of my laptop screen, and I put it on my YouTube channel, and I was up to 62, 65 hits or something like that, and I go to sleep. I wake up in the morning and my video has been removed, and I violated the terms of YouTube's the agreement terms. I'm like, what do you mean? I mean, I have a freedom of speech. So it says appeal it. So I went to Google and I typed in the First Amendment, and I copied the First Amendment, and I appealed it with our United States Constitution First Amendment. So then I go and take the video, I go find the video of Joe Biden bragging about this is the biggest election fraud in he's with help from the media, we put together the biggest election fraud. I was like, what is this? He's admitting it. So I go and copy that video, and I put it at the beginning of my 6-7 minute video, and then I put the video of Steve Pieznik, and then I put the video of Joe Biden again. And I think I was up to 12 hits, which is big for my page. I don't get a lot of hits. I have no traffic really. No one will probably even see this video that I'm recording right now. And my video was removed, and I was blocked from posting any further videos on YouTube for 7 days. But I can appeal it. So I go and appeal it again with the First Amendment. As a matter of fact, I still had the tab open in another browser window of Google Chrome. This time I put nothing in the title or the description saying Steve's name, Biden's name. All I put was the First Amendment, and I edited it out because you could only put so many characters. I think it's 100 characters, and it said our Constitution's First Amendment, blah blah blah, allows the freedom of speech. That's what was written in my description and my title. It had nothing. Somehow YouTube finds my video while I'm sleeping, deletes it again, gives me another violation of the terms of service, and this time blocks me from 7 days from uploading any videos. So when you're seeing, if anyone sees this video, it's already gonna be 7 days, because it's going up next weekend. See, today is Monday what is today's date? Monday the 9th. So this video won't be up till next Saturday night, possibly Sunday morning. I've seen a couple other people posting the same video of Joe Biden, not the Steve Pieznik video, but the video of Biden bragging about this is the biggest voters fraud in American history. You could find it. Just go type in Joe Biden bragging about election fraud. It's one of those videos where he's sitting down and he's rubbing his head and he's all disheveled and like he just woke up and is trying to clear the cobwebs out of his brain. But it's out there. So I see it on BCP, the Black Conservative Patriot. He's one of my favorite guys to watch. He had it on. He's not getting blocked. I'm no threat. I have literally, I had 28 subscribers and somebody unsubscribed. So I'm down to 27 subscribers. How am I a threat? Am I not allowed to sit here and talk whatever I want to say? Whether it's truth or lies, I'm allowed to say whatever I want to say. The Democrats went on for almost 4 years about Russian collusion, and it's a lie. And they're allowed to say it. Were any of their videos removed? We're in a tough time, folks. I got a young kid. He's not even 17 yet. He's going to go try to make a living in this world. His speech is already being stifled. His Second Amendment right to bear arms is going to slowly be degraded away to, you know, he won't even be allowed to have a BB gun if Beto O'Rourke is the czar for guns. They want all guns removed. Because the one way to change a civilization is to disarm the society so nobody could fight back. Remember, our Civil War was farmers and shopkeepers fighting. You were either for the North and you were fighting to end slavery, or you were for the South that wanted to keep slavery. Well, you know who won. And then nobody's been a slave for over 200 and some years, and nobody living now has talked or spoke to anybody who was a slave. And everybody, you know, people act like white people were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. You see what I do for a living. My dad was a real estate broker. You would think I would have a silver spoon in my mouth? I'm working on Section 8 housing, fixing toilets. How is that a silver spoon in my mouth? I have a black friend. I grew up with him. He lived 2 doors up. His dad worked at the steel mill and his mother was a nurse. He probably had more money in his household growing up than he had more money in his household than we did. And he went to the Marines, and he was a diehard Joe Biden. I was like, Bo. His name is Bo. Lindsey Duncan is his name. If you want to go look him up and pay him a visit, Lindsey Duncan. Black dude with a big white beard. And he said the reason that if you didn't know that Donald Trump was some kind of degenerate, from when they claimed that Donald Trump was mocking a handicapped journalist. I mean, you could say anything you want derogatory, but I post a legitimate video and it's... Folks, what are we going to do? They got lawsuits today. Hopefully justice will prevail. I mean, you could show Lindsey Duncan the video of Donald Trump using the same mocking action for the last 30 years, 3 decades. And he thinks that Donald Trump was mocking a handicapped journalist. Well, it just so happens that the handicapped journalist has a bum arm. And his arm is hanging in front of his chest, and it's shrunken and decrepit. Well, when Donald Trump mocks somebody, he brings his left arm or his right arm up to his chest with a gimp wrist, and he goes, ah, la, 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 la. Well, he's been doing that for 30 years. Has he been mocking this man for 30 years? No, because the media made it seem like Donald Trump did something that was so horrific. I know, saving babies from 9-month birth abortion and dismemberment abortion, that doesn't play no bearing in this, right? But Donald Trump mocked a reporter that was harassing him unjustly, writing stories that were unjust and untrue. Did Donald Trump mock him personally? No. He used the mocking action that he's used for 3 decades. Watch the video. I don't get paid for this. Why do I have to be the one to spread the news to people? So what I did today here in this closet is I finished the drywall and I got a coat of tape and mud on everything, and there's really nothing I could do besides put this fan on high and walk away and come back and when it's dry for another coat. So what I'm going to do is head downstairs.
How would I pull this off if I was a valid?
And I guess figure out every other little thing that needs done in this house. When our dingbat buddy comes in here, and I don't know why when he painted the ceilings he couldn't paint around these rings. He pulled the rings down and he lost all the screws. Oh, they were on the windowsill. Well, yeah, that's a good place to keep it during fucking construction. So what I did was I got these different screw assortments from Lowe's. Harbor Breeze makes me feel good. I don't know where these came from, but what I'm gonna do is try to find screws to fit up into there. Up into there, and the living room one that's hanging in there. So I guess I'm gonna work on that, try to match up some screws. I have to take these down and put these on because the color here just isn't nice. Alright, so I got these in, and this was relatively easy. I had to pop the plates and the new screw holes lined up with the existing wall anchors. So that was a bonus that I didn't have to go through hell to put that together. So I do have to caulk these 6 holes and caulk around the base here and give this a final cleaning, and this is worthy of me even taking a shower in here. Alright, so I came through, I found screws to fit there. I need a globe for this one. This one is all secured up there. Same thing, I had another globe, but it had an open face, which would have been fine, except it doesn't fit in that ring. So I need to pick up a 3-inch globe. And this one right here was not only missing screws, the idiot who took that ring down never repaired the ceiling. So I had to do a fancy caulk job around there. I ran a piece of green tape and caulked it and pulled the tape so it's not crazy. Alright, so that's one more thing off my list. So another thing that I've been meaning to do is get these 6 holes gone, and I'm gonna chisel off this old wall anchor if that's possible. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to caulk these, and my caulking is going to shrink. So that's kind of what I want. I want it to fill the hole, let my caulking shrink, and then I could go hit it with a dab of white silicone and make it completely waterproof when I go around here and caulk this. So I'm going to get a coat of caulking on there right now, and let's do that. So this is what we got. The holes are filled and they're smooth. It's going to dry and suck in a little bit. We could hit it with silicone, or I could go back and hit it with some of my white oil base. and just touch these up with some white oil-based industrial enamel, and those will disappear. This again along the bottom is going to get a nice mold-resistant silicone. There's just a never-ending amount of fucked up shit on this fucking house, let me just tell you. Everything from shredded siding, broken siding, holes in siding, giant holes in siding, rotted wood everywhere. So what I need to do is get this thing off here, this brick molding, and get a new one on. I'm gonna go get some sort of a pry bar. What do I have that I could get that off with? I got a big screwdriver. I may have a cordless sawzall. I guess I'm going to use this big screwdriver and this hammer. Let's see what I could get accomplished with that. Well, this thing was glued, screwed and glued 100 times, and that did not come off easily. I think I could paint this and make it look good, and same with that, and I'm going to replace this side. Alright, so I went around, I drew that big gap in with some screws, and I caulked around here and I painted it. And on this side I drew it in with some screws and caulked it and painted it. And over here on the side of the garage, I got that board in, it's all caulked in place. It's not beautiful. I caulked up to the siding to hide coming from this direction, not coming from this direction, because it was a lot of caulk. And so yeah, it's been painted, and if he wants to do anything further with it, I'm sure he's gonna let me know. I do have to do something with these holes. I have to bring some white aluminum and glue that on, and I don't know. Tomorrow's another day, folks. Thank you for watching Old School Studios. Please hit like and subscribe.